Hello everyone. Welcome to the Power Collab July Edition in the Power Platform Learner Series. So today I have the honor to start the series. So thanks to you, Ambesh, about this. We have a lot to discuss today. So it's all about the release wave update number 2, which have been published by Microsoft a couple days before. And there's a lot of cool features which we want to talk through. So, buckle your seats. It's now about time, and I will do the start today. So my topic is obviously Copilot Studio because that's always my favorite topic. So that should not really surprise anyone here. But I will also talk a little bit about Power Apps and one feature which I really, really like, or even two features. So in that case, let me share my screen with you. So the good thing is this time I haven't really prepared some slides. It isn't needed because I had the luck to be part of the Copilot Studio deep dive a couple of days ago with Dwayne Robertson and other cool people. And they already have shared these slides a couple of days ago, so I can just use this one. This is a little bit nicer because then I don't need to prepare something, obviously. So these are the new features which are coming to Copilot. We don't need to talk about which is already available, like the UX refresh, etc., etc. These are the things known already and revealed during the Microsoft build in May 2024. What is interesting are these parts here in that case. So first of all, we can now extend Copilot and SharePoint, and then we can customize with additional knowledge and actions in a Copilot Studio in that case. So this is an interesting feature which will just come during the upcoming next months. What is also interesting is that you do has also a multimodal support for your analysis. So you get much more analysis now with that feature. So there is already enough, but you can get much more on analysis features there. So you can just really analyze how good your Copilot is really acting in any client environment. And last but not least, or this not there's no last but not least, but then there's also some image support. So that means now you can also upload now some kind of images to Copilot Studio or into your Copilot, and then you get some additional information. So if you just, for example, upload and receive, then you will just get information about that. If you upload a nice flower, then you will get, hey, that's a flower. Maybe you'll even get the type of flower in that case. What is not listed here, and that's why I just need to switch over now to my blog where I have just put this there because it's a little bit nicer, is this one. This is the most exciting feature if you just ask me. So there was not so much about Copilot Studio, but use EVR with omnichannel customer service. That means voice integration. This is a feature which just came out on July 1st already in preview. And it is native voice integration now in Microsoft Copilot Studio. And this is especially in interaction with omnichannel and customer service, a really cool feature. And I'm really looking for this. So once I just know more about this, I can just also introduce you more about that feature. I'm really, really excited about that feature. So not so many things this time in Copilot Studio, but to be fair, in Copilot Studio, we had already a major update in May with the MS build. That's why this time it's a little bit more relaxed, in contrary to the other areas. So what is also one of my favorite features, and I just switch over to this, Power Apps. And when I'm just talking about Power Apps, it's more about Canvas apps. And I would like to reference to two features there in that case. One feature is co-authoring. Co-authoring is finally available in Canvas app. That was a feature. It was there a couple of years ago, but more bad as good. So, and you remember the situation, you are sitting in a Canvas app and someone just wants to help you in that project. And the only way of how it can it's throw you out. So that makes, the interplay or interaction in the project not really project-like. So with this support of co-authoring, this is an amazing opportunity. It is not the best of the best. That's the beginning. And I'm also happy that I was also part of that preview feature, so I could test that before. And I was really amazed about how good this already works. There's still some way to go, but it is a real good step, especially in projects. There's another feature which I think is already a game changer, and that is about, let me see where I can find that. Manage your source code for Canvas app. Let me see if it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Not sure at the moment, but I can show that to you directly where it is. So look at this. I'm just going in here. So it's about YAML integration. That means you have now, it's by the way in preview, if you have any of that components look like this and like, if you just make a right click, you have now something which is called view code preview. If you click on this, you will see this one. That means it gives you a lot of options now, which I say this is a game changer. What do you mean by this? So now you can copy that kind of piece of code and you can save it in any kind of DevOps, so that makes the ALML process much more smooth. And secondly, remember that you have maybe a second Canvas app. The copy, you copy that kind of buttons, components, etc., and put that there. It works, but it's not really a cool, nice way to just do this. So now you can just copy this code and you can just integrate that in as a code, and you can also check it in, as I said. And you can also right now even Canvas app, which just produce you automatically kind of things. So big names like Reza or big names like Matthew Delaney already have shown and showcased that in their YouTube channels, how easy that works. And it's really, really cool feature. So just imagine a Canvas app that produce code for your Canvas app, which you can just copy it out and work. So that looks really promising. It's in preview, but it already works quite good. And I'm really, really curious about how amazing things then will work in projects in the future. So that's all about what I can show you so far. And then I hand over in this case to Sweta.
Thanks a lot, Violent. That was really interesting. We all are talking about the release Wave 2 features. I'm also going to talk about my favorite feature in this list. And let me quickly share my screen. Today, I'm going to cover about the improved attachment experience in emails, mainly in Dynamics. I really like this feature because this is emails is like a very common requirements with the customers, and what we have now and what they have introduced in this new feature, you will really see the difference. The experience is really nice, and there are many new things that you can do with this new experience that they have introduced. So the early access for this feature is actually 29th of July, but when I actually opened my trial to check it out, I could see most of the features were already available for us. A few of them are yet to be released, but then I think good enough for me to give you a short demo about it. The general availability is in October, and it will be enabled automatically for the users. Now here is the long list of the features that are introduced to improve the email experience, and I will not read through all of it. I will show it to you when I'm going through the demo. But then I've highlighted a couple of them, which I personally liked, is that you can add attachments by dragging and dropping into the email, which was not possible earlier. You can copy attachments from one or more emails, which you have already composed, so that's really good. You can see the size of the attachment in appropriate units. So this was earlier you could see the size just in bytes, but now it's like in KB, MB, you can see that. That's really good. You can receive reminders to add attachments. So if you're using words in your email like please find attached or something like that, and just send an email without adding any attachment, you get a reminder pop up. Please add an attachment, and then you're reminded, and then you can add an attachment if you missed it. If not, then you can just go ahead and trigger your email. And you can also add previously used attachments, so that's also really cool. There are two of the features which are not yet available, at least I couldn't find them. One is download and attach an email as an attachment to another email, so I've marked it as yet to be released. And another one which is yet to be released is adding attachment before saving an email. So we have to save email record to be able to add attachments to that. So that still stays, it's not yet released. And before I go to the demo, I just wanted to quickly walk you through how the old experience is. So this is how the old experience of the email looks like. You can see how the attachments are added. It's like a grid, and you have like file name followed by a file size. So see, it's just showing you in terms of byte. And just one more slide. So the bulk download and the bulk delete options were available, and they are still available in the current one as well. But then there is a lot more that the new experience provides to you. And with that, let me quickly move to the demo. So let me try to create an email. Here I'm in Customer Service Hub. I've just opened a case and I'm creating an email. And you can see the attachment card over here is not yet available. So if I hit attach file, it actually saves the record, and then I can see the grid over here. So it opens up the window to add an attachment. Let me add an attachment over here. So here you can see an attachment is added, and I have an option of a grid view or a tile view. So that's a good one. That's a new enhancement. I can also do drag and drop. So I can just drag a file and add it. So it gets added over here. So that's a good one. Select all. So bulk download, bulk delete is also available. I can delete them individually, and bulk delete is also available here. Another interesting one is export to Excel. So when I export to Excel, it basically gives me like the list of the attachments that I have and the file size. So that detail is provided in an Excel format, especially when I have quite a number of attached files. That time this feature can be useful to the users. Yeah, the file name, the followed column, and then the file size. So here the file size is available in bytes. One more very cool feature is that next to add attachment, I have a drop down over here, and I can select an attachment from a previous email. So this is all the list of attachments that I've used in all my previous emails, and I can use them again into this particular email. So yes, I think this is the complete list of newly available features with this new attachment experience. I hope you find it useful, and please go ahead and try it out and share your experiences with us. So with that, now I pass it on to you, Marius.
I think we all think this is useful. I think it's always useful when we have features that are not only in the Copilot region. I've chosen one in this regard as well. So I will take you to a feature which is called Customized Lead Qualification for a Seamless Experience. And this has a screenshot attached, and we will look into the screenshot now. And so they are here in the settings for lead and opportunity, and I will show you the current experience in a, oh, well, let's show it right now. Here we have the lead qualification on a current tenant that's not updated yet. And you can see here auto create records for newly qualified leads. There's just a simple yes or no. And with this lead qualification here, you can pick this by entity. So you can say, okay, maybe, and I had this situation in a project, I only want an automatic contact, but not an opportunity and account. This was in a situation where you had many B2C customers and someone bought something and they were just a customer. You didn't go through an opportunity phase, so you just wanted to have the contact in the end. And previously you had to make a custom button. So you replace the qualify and then call the qualify action, and you have 3 booleans for create account, create contact, and create opportunity, and you left the other 2 to false. Now they are giving us these booleans just as a configuration, much easier in terms of effort. The second thing they have here is add opportunity fields, so you can add up to 7 fields that you want to map from the lead to the opportunity. I don't like this. So I know they have a similar feature with cases and child cases where you configure this and it maps it down. But to be honest, you can do this right now, and I will show you how already. So you go to your solution, then with all items, you click on switch to classic. I've prepared this here because it takes a while to load. Then you are in the old customization experience. There you find your entity, which in my case is lead, and then the relationship. And for me, this was here our opportunity originating lead. And there's also, for example, at the very top, for example, account originating lead. Yeah, so you can map things to account and contact as well. And then in this relationship, you have the mappings. And here I can map as many fields as I want. By default, here already 18 fields are mapped. And yeah, you can just add a new mapping, for example, for a custom field. And it's not limited to 7 things, and you can map it to the contact and account also. So this is much more powerful. I would have liked to see Microsoft actually transferring this feature to the new Maker experience, right? Rather than just giving us the configuration, which is limited to 7 fields. But there are other cool things like, okay, you can qualify a lead a second time if you want to have a second opportunity. That's for some use cases, that's likely a plus. And in the end, we have a Copilot feature. Who know? So once the seller qualifies a lead, let Copilot create a summary of its key info. I don't think that's a bad idea, right? Because, for example, the originating lead lookup is not by default on the forms. So if you want to go back to the lead, that can be a hassle with the out-of-the-box experience, and just having this small snippet, right, with a summary what already happened at the lead, that's really a good idea. So we should keep this. And yeah, I think that's all I can say for now for this feature, because on my tenant it's not available yet, but really looking forward, especially to the top part here, where I can just say, okay, without any developer writing a custom JavaScript button, yeah, I only want a contact. And with that, I will hand over to Ambesh. You are closing out, right?
Yeah, thank you so much, Marius, for the lovely demo. Yeah, for me, I will back to the top 4 coming soon features in this month from the Power Pages area. So the two I will talk about from the Design Studio perspective. So the very important one, like we can utilize the Microsoft Entra external ID in the Power Pages, which will be available everywhere by the end of this month. So it framed for the July 2024. It means the public preview is July 2024. For general availability, there is no information, but hopefully it will be around October or by the end of this year. What does this feature do? So the Microsoft Entra external ID is now offered as an identity provider option in the Power Pages Design Studio. When we enable the makers to configure the provider inside the Design Studio directly from their Power Pages side. Apart from that, Entra external ID provide also a low-code way to style the login and the registration page, which is really, really important to match up your branding, because there is always a query from the customer, can we match the registration page or the login page as per our own brand or own theme? Now you will get it about that. Multi-factor authentication is there, and you also get a support to integrate the other identity providers as always. So that was the first. Second is really important, and probably very soon we will be coming up with the demo on the Power Pages quick tips series area, that you can upload the files up to the 10 GB now. And for that, definitely you have to use the Microsoft Azure blob storage within the Power Pages. But this is one of the biggest requests for a lot of our customers, that they want to increase the file size limit, and business now can take the advantage of this expanded file size limit to upload the files. End users also can enjoy the smooth file upload experience in addition to the large file supports. The general availability of this feature is being on the July 2024. So you will get the general availability about this feature. Apart from these two features in the Design Studio, there is again something from the Copilot, because I cannot visit without talking about the Copilot. The first one is the site Copilot for the website users. So this is general availability is already July 2024. We already did a demo around that. So please go and check the complete demo around how you can use the Copilot in your website for your website user. And this feature basically Site Copilot is a generative answer chatbot that allow the site users or the end users to ask the question and then they get a conventional answers grounded in the website structured data and the schema, of course. And they can also get the unstructured multi-line text content immediately based on their access permission. So it always derives from the permission, what kind of the permission end user is obtaining of, and they will get the response accordingly. The last one in this list that the users can get the answer from the website data using the Copilot. So all of the website users will be able to get all the informations and the insight from the Copilot by asking questions in the natural language in one place, which save a lot of their time without the need to search the site manually. And we did a demo. I think we had a conference Power Summit. So me and Marius, 2 or 3 days back, we gave a demo around that one. If you will get an online recording for that somewhere, then you can have a look for that one. Otherwise, we will also show this in our Power Pages quick tip series that how you can leverage these features around there. So these were the top 4 features, which I thought maybe to just share with you. There's a complete list for that one, but the important thing is that you just go check it out. If you feel difficulty, then please always also check out the Power Pages quick tip series because we always explain these features with the demo that how you can leverage the new features or the complex features or even the easier features around the Copilot, around the Power Pages. And if you just merge both of this deadly combination around that. And on that note, I would again thank you, all of you here, to be in a call and just provide your valuable feedbacks and valuable tips and the tricks to our audience around the new release wave features. For the audience, if you have not subscribed yet, then please subscribe to the channel and like and share the video within the community. Also provide your feedback, which is really important for us in the comment section, that what you would like to cover in the next or coming episodes. If you want to join our Power Collab groups and the learn along with us, just drop me a message on the LinkedIn or any of our members. Till that, have a great time and a happy learning. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, again.
Bye.